know you've heard the saying, the revolution will be televised, but I dare say the revolution just might be AI. That might be it, yeah? And Dushyant Savadia, the CEO and founder of the Amber Group, is here to re-demonstrate, because he did it this morning, and I know a lot of you had a whole heap of questions. I'm worried. And I said, boy, Ricardo, that look cool, but it work. He's going to do it all over again, yeah? So that you can actually see REVO AI in operation. Dushyant, good evening.
Very good evening, Ricardo. Hi.
How are you?
Super excited to be here again.
All right. So let me start by asking, what is REVO AI?
So, of course, as Nationwide, what we wanted to do is look at how do we revolutionize news again. The world has changed very fast in the last 1 year.
Yes.
AI is now the frontier of every technology. It's becoming an integral part of everything. This morning, ChatGPT launched ChatGPT 5. Which I believe they say now it is so superior as much as a PhD degree holder's research that it can do and give responses to questions. So while the world is racing into the AI world so fast, and we have to lean on this technology for faster distribution in media too. I don't think media can be left behind. There is a lot of value in how fast we can now distribute content, how fast we can absorb content as users. Remember, in a news site, there are hundreds and thousands of stories.
Yes.
There are stories that we have spoken about years ago, which is still relevant today, which is connected to something that is happening now. But who is doing that research for you? How is it that we bring that comprehensiveness of the story that is current, relating to the past, and put the whole context together for somebody who is listening it for the first time or looking at this news at this point of time? So what we did over time, and this is Nationwide's new digital birth as REVO AI, where we have built a brand new website, a lot more cleaner, a lot more easier to access news. I'll show it to you now in a second. But more importantly, our plan was, how do we actually take content which is built by humans, produced by humans, and we distribute it wisely and easily to everybody? And also see the consumption has changed a lot. There was a time we used to read pages and pages of newspaper. With this speed of life that we have no time. But I still want to consume news. I have time when I'm driving, but I can't read because I'm driving. So now imagine a conversational AI which actually reads you all the latest news, breaking stories. You can ask as a conversation, give me all the breaking news of the day, or do this or do that, or give me the story about it. It just comprehensively brings everything to you. Even people who are less abled, for them, those who can't see, those who might not be able to read yet. Can you imagine putting news, information, and knowledge in the hands of everybody with the use of AI?
All right. So my callers usually start at about 7:30, and they'll say to me, Ricardo, the app that you have now is simple. Why we need one fancy new something, REVO AI? What are some of the benefits to our listeners and our viewers that you think will come from this website?
I think one is how you read news. How do you access news? How much information is available to you, which is summarized comprehensively without you trying to read 10 pages to understand one subject. The AI now can save you time. AI now will move things a lot faster for you, and you have more to consume in less time. That is one of the greatest aspects. But more importantly, look, having a good UX where you go to a site, you feel nice to stay there. You want to be there longer. So with REVO AI, what we've done, I'm happy to actually walk you through.
And just before you do that, for our listeners, UX means user experience.
User experience.
All right.
If you look at most of the news website, it has so much of content,
Yes.
so much of information.
Yeah.
You get lost.
True.
You don't know how to find what you want to find. So what we've done with REVO, we built with so much of user interface being kept in the mind, that how do we make it very easy, seamless for you to navigate, but even the AI can navigate the news page for you. You can ask for a specific news, it will take you to that page.
All right, let's see it. So, listeners, if you're listening on radio, Nationwide Live 2 is the YouTube channel. You can go over there to see visuals. So I have visual of REVO powered by Nationwide. All right.
So the website will be revonews.ai. We're launching it on the 21st of August. This is just a preliminary view. So if you go to revonews.ai, you'll be blocked because it's sitting behind a VPN at the moment. But if you look at what we've done first is your picks. For example, you can choose your interest, what categories that you like for the stories to be populated for you.
So, all right, hold on. So for me, politics is what I go to first.
Correct.
So you're saying once I log on, my top picks for me will be all the political stories Nationwide has
First,
published.
it will populate the stories that is of your interest first.
So how does it know my interest?
So when you register, it will ask you, what are your interests? Is it politics? Is it technology? Is it current affairs? Is it business? And based on the topics you search, it will curate those stories for you on the top as your top picks.
But that's not all I will see.
No. That's the first thing that you will see because that's your priority news that you want.
Okay.
Outside of that, if you scroll down, if you look at the cleanliness of the website, if you look at any other news website, it's clustered. It's so many ads all over the place. You hardly can track the news that you want to. And we made it in a way that you can actually see it easily. You have all your trending news. You've got your news and current affairs. If you want to go more, you click more. If you want to go to the whole category page, you can click on more. Breaking news, sports, business, very clean, beautiful website. So that's the first part of it. Second part of it, what we've also done, Ricardo, we also built a whole chat room now. See, it's old school to go put a comment and then somebody else puts a comment. There is no social engagement for people to share their views and engage with each other also. So what we built, as soon as the story is published, that story also creates a chat room straight away. And people can now go and chat with each other. You can have engagement, you can have discussions, you can have a long conversation with each other as users.
In real time.
In real time.
So JLP Central Executive summoned to meeting on Saturday. That's the story. Chevon jumps on and says, why is the JLP meeting on Saturday? And I jump on and say, because they're having a mass meeting on Sunday, obviously. And you're saying that we can have a back and forth.
Correct. Now multiply that by thousands of users that are giving opinion or expressing their opinion, and people are counter expressing their opinion.
And that's on each story.
Each story. Every single story that you can see here, every single story automatically creates a chat room that you can now go and chat. Instead of traditional drop the comment, forget about it.
Yeah. Before I allow Chevon to pose his questions, my concern here, Dushyant, is I go and Chevon has written a story. He's our parliamentary reporter. And he writes a story about one of the parliamentarians and I don't like it. And I go in the chat and I say, the boy Chevon, me not like him, he's a terrible journalist. How do we prevent people like poor Chevon from being abused in the chat?
Well, look, are you able to stop on Instagram? No. Are you able to stop on Facebook? No. Are you able to stop on YouTube? No. The answer is people should be allowed to express what they feel. The only point that we intervene and we stop is when you use abusive words or you use things that are absolutely antisocial slangs and stuff like that. So there is a filter in place, so it will automatically block any specific words that are harmful. But other than that, opinions are opinions. Look, everybody have an opinion. And humanity is also about the expression of opinions with its freedom. So that's the chat room. Apart from that, you will also see on the top, we've brought news, radio and live TV together in the same place. You don't need to jump into YouTube and do all of those things. And apart from that, the most amazing part for me is the Ask REVO AI. We actually cloned Cliff's voice with his permission and he has authenticated his voice on the bot. So it's not an illegal way to do things. There is a legal way to use AI that we've used. And we also built the bot in Patwa. It can understand and speak 26 different dialects of Patwa and Jamaica. And we want to give you a demonstration of both.
All right.
You can ask any questions, but I'll show you how it even navigates the news pages by itself. The AI is moving so fast with time. It just makes and see what we've also done. We have decades of records with NNN about the history of Jamaica. So we've inserted so much of content into the bot. You can literally ask any question about any business, anything across Jamaica, and it might have the answer. If not, it'll come back saying, I'm still training. I've recorded the question, and it will ask us the answer to be fed inside and train the bot over time.
And I think that is where one of the first questions come up in terms of the depth of that knowledge that the artificial intelligence has access to. I think a lot of YouTubers, well, a lot of users, when it goes live, will want to say, for example, the general elections are coming up. They'd like some historical facts about certain constituencies, certain candidates. Will the AI be able to do that?
Yes, it will be able to do that. See, what we've done is it can only speak from the data that is fed to it. So, of course, data training or AI training is a long process. We've been doing this for the last 1 year. That's how the AI is so well trained. If you go back to the Morning Cliff show live at 11 into the YouTube, you will see Cliff ask some very difficult questions to the AI. It still gave beautiful answers, including when is the next general election of Jamaica. We don't have the dates, but it did comprehensively answer that constitutionally it has to be by this time, etc., etc. So it knows how to answer. It is built with a lot of guardrails. What is fearful about AI also is if it's not built correctly, if it is not given proper guardrails, it can hallucinate and it can become toxic. So we've done a lot of work around training the AI to contain it within the context that it has to stay. So even if you say, you're stupid, you're dumb, it will return back, I'm sorry you feel this way, but I'm here to help you with news. So it's trained not to answer back in the same way, but it's trained to actually remain within the context of the news. So let's use the REVO AI, and ladies and gentlemen, this is the first ever AI bot ever built in the news in the whole of the Caribbean, or I've not seen much across the world yet. We're very proud as Jamaica to actually go into the AI phase, not just talking about it, but actually living it as an example. So I'm going to start a conversation.
Hi, I'm Cliff, your voice news companion. I can read top stories based on your interests, fetch news from any category, or summarize an article you're viewing. Want updates from your favorite author too? Just ask.
Cliff, can you give me the 2 top breaking news of today, please?
Here are the 2 top breaking news stories for today. So first up, the U.S. State Department is rolling out a new visa bond pilot program, which could require some foreign nationals, possibly including Jamaicans, to pay a refundable bond of up to $15,000.
Cliff, can you take me to the business category page, please?
All right, taking you over to the business category page now.
Cliff, can you tell me something about the BP makes its largest oil gas discovery?
That's an important topic. Let me look into the latest details about BP's largest oil and gas discovery for you right now. So, BP has just made its largest oil and gas discovery in 25 years. And it happened off the coast of Brazil.
Cliff, can you take me to this story, please?
Right. Let me open up the story about BP's largest oil and gas discovery for you now. Here's a summary of the BP discovery story. BP has announced its biggest oil and gas find in a quarter century located in Brazil.
Cliff, can you take me to live TV, please?
All right, heading over to the live TV page for you now.
Gentlemen, I'll let you ask some questions.
All right. Cliff, tell me about the 1989 general election in Jamaica.
You'd ask.
Cliff, tell me about the 1989 general election in Jamaica.
it's too far.
That's a great historical topic. Let me dig into the more. No problem. I know what you mean. It's a bit far back in history. If you'd like, I can check for more recent election news or updates about Jamaica's political landscape. Is there a particular year or event you're interested in instead?
Yes. So tell me about the 1989 general election.
That's an important moment in Jamaica's history. Let me dig into the most up-to-date details about the 1989 general election for you. Here's what I found. The 1989 general election in Jamaica was held on February 9th, and it resulted in a landslide victory for the People's National Party. They won 45 out of 60 seats in Parliament, marking a major shift in the country's political direction at the time. If you want more details about the campaign or the leaders involved, just let me know.
All right, let me ask you another question, Cliff. Who is Portia Simpson Miller?
Let's see what's being said about Portia Simpson Miller today. Just a moment while I check the latest details for you. Portia Simpson Miller is a Jamaican politician who made history as the country's first female prime minister. She served 2 terms, from 2006 to 2007, and again from 2012 to 2016. She also led the People's National Party and played a major role in shaping Jamaica's political landscape. If you'd like to know more about her achievements or background, just let me know.
You know, I know the YouTubers want me to ask a particular question, but I won't ask it the way you want me to ask it, YouTubers. I'll ask it this way. Cliff, tell me about what the polls are saying about the 2025 general election in Jamaica.
That's a hot topic. Let me dig into the most up-to-date polling details about the 2025 general election in Jamaica for you. So polling details for the 2025 general election in Jamaica are being discussed quite a bit, but I'm not seeing any official numbers or clear poll results just yet. There's a lot of talk about which party, JLP or PNP, might be leading, but nothing concrete has been published in the latest updates. If you want, I can keep an eye out for new poll releases as the election gets closer.
Cliff AI smart. Cliff AI will not be drawn. Chevon, I'll allow you.
My questions are usually on the matter of research. So, Cliff, just give me a reminder. What was the date on which the 2020 Wholeness Cabinet was sworn in?
Let me dig into that for you. Just a moment while I check the exact date the 2020 Wholeness Cabinet was sworn in. Hey, just checking in. Are you still there?
I'm still here.
That info on the 2020 Wholeness Cabinet swearing in date. I'm ready whenever you are.
Go ahead. Please give me that information.
All right. Let me find the exact date when the 2020 Wholeness Cabinet was sworn in for you. Just a sec while I check the latest details. The Wholeness Cabinet was sworn in on September 7, 2020. If you need more details about the ceremony or the ministers involved, just let me know.
Please, Cliff, give me some information in terms of the ministers who were sworn in on that day.
Let me dig into the details about the ministers who were sworn in with the Wholeness Cabinet on September 7th, 2020. Just a moment while I check for that list. Are you still with me?
Still here, Cliff.
To share the list of ministers sworn in with the Wholeness Cabinet in 2020. Let me know if you'd like to continue.
Still here, Cliff. Go ahead.
Thanks for waiting. So, on September 7, 2020, Prime Minister Andrew Holness and his new cabinet were officially sworn in. The cabinet included key ministers responsible for areas like finance, health, education, national security, and foreign affairs. If you'd like, I can look up the full list of names and their specific portfolios. Just let me know if you want that detailed breakdown.
Oh, no, that's not necessary, Cliff. But instead, could you give me some information in terms of when Dr. Nigel Clark, the former finance minister, left the island?
That's a timely question. Let me dig into the most recent updates about when Dr. Nigel Clark, the former finance minister, left the island. Just a sec while I check for that info. Dr. Nigel Clark, the former finance minister, departed from the Norman Manley International Airport in Kingston to take up a new role as a deputy managing director. If you'd like the exact date or more details about his new position, just let me know.
Could you tell me where he's taking up that post as deputy managing director?
Absolutely. Dr. Nigel Clark is taking up the post of Deputy Managing Director at the International Monetary Fund, also known as the IMF, if you want more details about his responsibilities.
That is impressive.
Here's what I am thinking about, Dushyant. I'm thinking about accessibility for example, visually challenged listeners and readers. Because when they talk to Cliff, can Cliff read a full story to them?
Yes, if you ask it to read a full story, it can read a full story. What we didn't do is the Patwa part. Would you like to hear it in Patwa?
Yes, sure.
All right, let me turn it on.
Hi, I'm Cliff, your voice news companion. I can read top stories.
Hi, Cliff, can you switch to Jamaican Patwa, please?
Me a switch to Jamaican Patois for your scene. We can read out the top story them, fetch news from any category, or even summarize any article where you look pan. If you have a favorite author, me can bring you them update too. What you woulda like me to do?
Can you tell me 2 top stories from breaking news, please?
Yeah, we are going in at the breaking news. First up, the US State Department have planned to start a visa bond pilot program. This means people from country where them say overstay visa might have to pay up to 15,000 US dollar as bond to get them US visa. Jamaica no depend on the list yet, but people are watch to see if we might get added. Next, the Supreme Court ordered the Integrity Commission to hand over some documents which show concern from one senior investigator about how them did a handle dive probe into Prime Minister Holness finances. This could delay the hearing was set for October. You want me open any of them article yet? Or you want hear more news item?
No, me good man, thank you.
And as it learns and improves, the accent will also learn and improve.
Correct. See, because it's a self-evolving AI bot, so it will listen, it will learn, and when more people speak to it, it will start picking up accents and start correcting pronunciations too with time. Yeah.
And how much of this artificial intelligence is unique to each user in terms of, does it curate the experience based on the user?
That is correct. So over time, it will learn what you're asking more often, and it will start preparing all those even before you start the session. When you log in, it will already start curating in the background that, okay, this user usually asks these kind of questions, is interested in these kind of things. So the response time will speed up also with time. Of course, as you can see, it answers almost in less than a second now. As soon as you ask a question, it's instant coming back with the right answers. But with time, it will learn how you want to hear and customize itself.
Some comments on YouTube, Dushyant. Electro Squad says, this man, and I think she means Dushyant and not Cliff AI, is a genius. Mary Jane says, me like it. God bless says, wow, this is gangster patwa. So, Carlene Smith is saying, can this be used in election prediction? They're very political over here on the YouTube, so they want Chevon and I to ask AI who will win, but we're not going to ask AI that. We're not going to ask AI that at all. But no, this is amazing, and it will be available to the public when?
21st of August. We're going live with it on 21st of August. The other part I didn't mention is also REVO Radio. Of course, please bear in mind, REVO is an extension of Nationwide that we built for Nationwide, but we wanted to create a new digital, innovative side of Nationwide, which will be purely online AI. And we are also curating 6 new radio stations, the first ever digital radio station of Jamaica, which means that on the app, you can switch between 7 different radio stations. One is, of course, 90 FM that you can listen to, but you can also switch to, for example, Jamaican gospel, which is 24 hours. You can listen dancehall music, you can listen to reggae classic, reggae modern, and so many other 24-hour by genre. We are building radio stations inside the app that will play 24 hours. You can even customize. You can say from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. or 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. when I wake, please play the Jamaican gospel. So at 6 a.m. it will automatically start playing the Jamaican gospel for you. At evening 7 to 8, you want dancehall music, it will switch to dancehall music and start playing. So not only the news part, but we've also curated 6 new radio stations that Jamaicans will have access to, loads and loads of songs, which we believe we won't even repeat for months and months. It's not the same song repeating itself 5 times a day. But we have partnered with one of the largest distribution company of music in the world, to give us millions and millions of songs that Jamaicans, but more importantly, see, reggae music is our culture. It is our heritage. And while the world loves it, they have no access to it. So what we've done now, we built 2 radio stations inside the new REVO digital app, where you will have a reggae classic and modern reggae. So all the old classics that you don't have access to, and all the latest songs until whatever has been recorded and published, will be played worldwide. So what we are anticipating, that reggae will now truly go worldwide from Jamaica, because we've built a digital radio station, first of its kind in Jamaica, that anybody from any part of the world can access and listen.
More comments on YouTube. Ishan Khan says, Ricardo, 4% will now turn 1,000%. We have a running joke that we're the 4%ers. Someone is asking what will happen to the NNN YouTube channel. Just tell them again, Dushyant, that the live TV is YouTube. The YouTube stream. So you'll be able to go on REVO and watch your YouTube as you like it. Jamaican for Life says REVO is very, very impressive. Jeffrey says the Radio Revolution NNN as usual. Yeah, so it's going to be revolutionary. August 21 is when it goes live, and you'll get to go on and get all your news and all your information. And you can ask Cliff. Cliff will literally says no all the time. Oh, Father Perry's asking what kind of radio stations will it have on the digital stations?
So I've mentioned a few already. So we have Jamaican gospel, which is 24 hours. We have reggae classic. We have reggae modern. We've got dancehall. We've got global hits, and one more I can't remember. But there are 6 stations. But see, the beauty is we can add more. If we have a specific genre that Jamaicans want, Jamaican like, we can always add those genres with time. But we had to start somewhere. So we picked the 6 we know for certain will give solid entertainment from morning to night without any gaps, all day, all night.
All right. Iso Mario says, will REVO be premium or have premium features? I know the answer to that. I don't know if you want to reveal that now.
Let's keep something as a surprise.
There you go. There you go. Dushyant Savadia is the CEO and founder of the Amber Group, and he's a genius behind REVO AI, which is powered by Nationwide, coming on August 21. And at that date, you'll have the chance to play around with it, and you can go in and chat and cuss Chevon when Chevon write the parliamentary press you don't like. All right.